What's going on, guys? This is Caleb with DSR Video Shooter, and today we're doing an episode of Around the Studio. So I'm just going to show you what's going on here in the studio this week. So a couple things. I have so many videos in the works right now, it's crazy. One is I'm reviewing a wireless HDMI system. So what I'm going to do is go over the basics of how it works and then build maybe 2 or 3 different setups. So one really tiny, small 4K wireless, everything powered off of 5 volts, then something a little larger with a 7-inch, and maybe something else, we'll see. LEDs, man, I spent about $600 on LED lights to review on Amazon, and I wanted to do it because back in the day when I got started, there were not a lot of good LED options. There were big 1x1s that were terrible, and they cost $600 to $800 from knockoff, eBay or Amazon brands. And then the smaller LEDs were still really expensive if you wanted to get anything remotely good. And now there are so many pretty damn good LED lights out there. So I'm going to start a series. I don't know if I'll be able to afford to do all the way up to like $300 comparisons, but I'm starting with like under $30, under $50, somewhere in there. Haven't decided yet. And then under $100. So what can you get on Amazon that's awesome for that much? And when I actually started to research and purchase these LEDs, I was amazed at the features these things have. So as an example, here's one of the lights that's going to be in the video. I can turn it on here. I've got daylight. I've got a little dial here, so I can turn that all the way down. And I've got, I think it goes down to 2800 Kelvin. So the light that's exposing me right now, let my GoPro catch up here, is I have gels on it, so it is tungsten or 3200. So that is obviously warmer. But I can mix them here. Just these little tiny dials on the side here. Let me turn it this way so you can actually see. And then a power switch. And the output on this thing, I mean, look at this. Let me turn this up. That's all the way up. The GoPro is going to screw with everything, but lots and lots of light. It's crazy. Another cool thing, got a little battery indicator on the back. Turn it off, turn it back on. So that's pretty awesome. Guess how much this little thing costs? Look how small this is. This is like a iPhone Plus or something. And this thing is $28 or so, under $30. That's kind of the stuff we're working with. So I'm excited. I think I bought 10 LED lights, and I'm also going to do a bunch of budget videos, kind of transitioning here, for people who are just barely getting started out, have no cash. So what can you get away with a very tight shoestring budget? So we're also going to talk about like a $15 LED light, an $8 LED light off of eBay, and I'm also getting in a $50 monitor, 7-inch 1080p HDMI monitor. So that should be pretty exciting for those who would love a monitor but really can't afford a $200+ monitor from Lilliput or something. So those are just a few of the videos. I'm also doing a giant Rode video mic showdown. So I'm comparing the Micro, the Go, the Pro, and the original video mic. So that should be exciting. It's going to help people figure out which one is best, what they can get away with depending on what camera they have, and that's the key. Also behind me, right, everything's backward, there, I'm going to do a video on the Hackintosh that I built. Not necessarily showing you how to do it because there's a lot of great information out there already, but just showing you what parts I used, how it's been performing. And I actually have a second one which is used as the server in another room, and we'll talk about that a little bit as well. Finally, there's a bunch of other videos, don't have time to talk about those. I'm doing a video on a vlogging rig, which I've got right here and which you're watching me on. And the beauty of this is you'll be able to throw any small camera at it. So right now I'm using the GoPro with a Rode Video Micro above it. I can put an A6300 on top of it, a G7, really any camera. And it uses the iPhone as a monitor for each of these, since all these cameras have apps. So I'm going to do a video on breaking that down. It's super versatile. You can do stuff like this. It's actually on a small tripod. I can pick it up, move it around. Lighting's going to suck over here. pretty great. I can extend it to go pretty intense, almost like a, what's it called, selfie stick. And I can also do like tabletop setup. So it has a little arm on it, so I could, take this whole rig, go on the road, shoot stuff like you're seeing now, and shoot tabletop stuff anywhere, which is pretty exciting. So I'll also show you the lighting setup I'm using. Excuse the chair sounds. I'll also show you the lighting setup I'm using for this right here. This is my bench. I've done a video on this and how I do B-roll at this bench. And this is the same setup. It's on an arm. This is the Flex LED. And I have the daylight one because I'm too cheap for bicolor. So what I did is I put on some gels, which is another video I'll be getting to, is video gels, and then a scrap piece of whatever this diffusion stuff is. And that's working pretty good as a key light for what you've been seeing. What I'm going to do now is throw on the A7S just to get it for kicks and giggles and see what this looks like. So bam, now we're on the Sony a6300, and for what I can tell looking at my phone, it looks so much better. Hopefully the audio quality, it should sound much better compared to the GoPro. So this is another alternative. Many of you probably think I should have been using this the whole time. I do miss the wide angle, so I'm going to have to pick up a wider angle lens. Right now I'm using the Kit 16 to 50. So if you guys have recommendations for something wider than that, that's small and light and hopefully cheap, I'd love to hear it. I'm not that familiar with Sony's wide angles. A pancake would be great. I think they have one, but I want to say it was also 16, which really wouldn't help. And I think there's another one where like you can attach a wider angle thing on there, which I've seen on YouTube. So we'll see, maybe that would work well. But this is awesome, and I'm really excited about it because I can use pretty much any camera I have except for Canon stuff to do live video monitoring on my iPhone. So this will be an episode to show you what's going on behind what you're seeing, which is really exciting, and I can't wait to show that to you. So at any rate, I think that does it for this episode. If you enjoyed this, let me know. And if you have any questions of random items, this is a great medium for me to answer questions. So I'm looking forward to doing more of that, especially with this new mobile rig. And I'm attached to something here. So that is going to do it for this episode. I don't know why I'm going over here where there's poorer light. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe where you can watch my normal videos, which aren't like this. And I will see you guys, level this out, in the next video.